And welcome back, everybody, to the Mount Anthony Union Middle School Gymnasium in Bennington, Vermont. Keith Harrington along on the play-by-play. Bennington Martens basketball, ABA basketball on your Saturday afternoon. The Martens hit the road tomorrow as we're starting to get close to the end of the first part of the schedule before the holidays. And the Martens tomorrow will be on the road to Massachusetts to take on the Massachusetts Seawolves. That's a 3 o'clock tip-off. And hopefully we will have live stream of that shared with us from the Seawolves so the Martens fans can check out the game. And then the Martens next weekend will go on the road to take on the New Jersey Knights on Saturday. That's a night game, a 7 p.m. tip-off against the New Jersey Knights on the road next week. And then we'll be back home next Sunday to wrap up the first part of the season before the holidays with a 3 p.m. tip-off here in Bennington as the Massachusetts Seawolves come to town to take on the Martens. So on the road tomorrow, on the road next Saturday, and then back home next Sunday to take on the Mass Seawolves. And then there's the holiday break. After the holiday break, the Martens come back to town on January the 8th when they take on the Herkimer Originals. That will be a 3 p.m. tip-off right here against Herkimer after the holidays. So one more game, one more chance to get out and catch the Martens before the holidays next Sunday here against the Mass Seawolves. And then January the 8th, back here at home against Herkimer after the holiday break. Martins start out with a 7-point deficit to start the third quarter, and here's a steal by Cliff Brown. Brown to the bucket, up and good. And the biggest lead of the ball game now for the Hoop Dragons and for either team at 9. It's Malone, Gilmore, DeMonte White, Tobias Holmes, and John Riles on the floor for the Martins. Malone's three-pointer, no good. DeMonte White with the rebound. Shot clock down to 10. Tobias Holmes for three. Nice to see Tobias get that one. Struggled with the shot a little bit here lately, but he has unlimited range and can really light it up when he gets going. And there's the block. Tobias doing it at both ends here for the Martins right now. Here's Shy to the bucket. Tough shot, couldn't get it to go. DeMonte White with the rebound. Here's Tobias. Finds Gilmore and a foul on the pass. So on the floor here for the Hoop Dragons, it is Cliff Brown, Ramon Shy, Brandon Thompson, also Shea Fullerton, and it is Pace Shaw. DeMonte White back down. Fullerton couldn't get the left-handed half hook to go. Here's Shy down the lane. They're going to count the hoop, and it's going to be a blocking foul. So it's going to be a block, count the basket, and Ramon Shy will go to the line looking for the three-point play. John Riles a little late getting up here for the Martins, a bit shaken up after taking the contact there from Shy. Riles looks like he's going to be okay. Looks like he'll stay on the floor. 8-point lead here for the Hoop Dragons. And Shy completes the three-point play. 50-41. Here's Malone. Malone on the way for three. No good. A whistle and a foul. And it went up over the plane, the imaginary plane up atop the backboard. So it's Hoop Dragons ball. Here's Shy, defended by Tobias Holmes. Malone comes over to double. Shy left alone, kicks it out. Shaw, baseline jumper, no good. That also went up over the top of the backboard for a dead ball. 9-point ball game, 2 minutes into the third quarter. Here's Gilmore, finds DeMonte White. Guarded a little bit tighter here by Fullerton. Riles off the nice pass from Gilmore, couldn't get it to go. Run down by Fullerton. Hoop Dragons looking for the first double-digit lead of the ball game. And Thompson traveled. So the ball back to the Martens here with 9:39 to go. Here's DeMonte White. Third quarter of action here in Bennington. Thanks for joining us here on a Saturday. Tobias Holmes, deep three, bang! Got it. And it's back to a 6-point ball game. Big three for Tobias Holmes, just when the Hoop Dragons were looking to put some distance between themselves and the Martens. Shaw's three ball no good. Easy rebound, landed right in the hands of Riles. And here's a foul on Thompson. So the Martens looking to respond better here in the third quarter than they did against the Elite last week, when they really struggled after the late part of the second quarter. Here's Shy to the bucket, no good. Tobias Holmes, it's a 3-on-2. Gilmore was hot early. This one no good. The rebound pulled down by Shaw, and a whistle and a foul. Chris Kidd, I don't think denying that it was a foul. I think he's arguing the fact that why did it take so long? It was a late foul call there. 6-point lead for New York. 8:35 to go in the third quarter. Third quarter at times has been the nemesis of the Martens. Really was in both games last weekend. Baseline jumper halfway down and out for Thompson. And a collision at midcourt as it was an errant pass from the Martens. And a collision between two Hoop Dragons players. And slow to get up here is Cliff Brown, as he and Shaw got together, both going after the errant outlet pass. And we're going to have a media timeout with 8:19 to go in the third quarter. The Hoop Dragons 50, the Martens 44. This is Bennington Martens basketball on Facebook Live and the APA Network. Back here in Bennington, 8:19 to go in the third quarter. Neither side has had a double-digit lead. The biggest lead of the ball game has been 9 by the Hoop Dragons, and they now lead it by 6. Biggest lead for the Martens was 5 way back in the first quarter. Held ball between White and Fullerton. Possession arrow is going to favor the Hoop Dragons. So a squandered opportunity there by the Martens to cut into a 6-point deficit. Ramon Shy brings it up. Martens are going to go 2-3 zone here. Here's Brown, high post. Shy kicks it out. Good ball movement here by the Hoop Dragons, but Brown lost the handle. Here's Tobias. And count it in the foul. Tobias Holmes will go to the line looking for the 3-point play. That's going to get Anthony Cox up off the bench, and he'll come in replacing Fullerton. Cox not only a good player, I always find him, whenever we play the Hoop Dragons, to have a great personality, be quite entertaining. Holmes completes the 3-point play. It's 50-47. Martens trailing by 3. And they throw it away. The 3D light is on. A chance to take the lead here with a 4-pointer. Here's Gilmore. And a whistle and a foul on the entry pass. Riles, after the foul, knocks down the shot. He'd rather have the 4 points right now with the 3D light on. Was well after the whistle. Tobias Holmes would trigger it in here for the Martens. They can take the lead with a 4-pointer. Comes in for Riles. Very close to the sideline. Here is Riles. No good. So the Martens can't take advantage of the 3-and-D opportunity there. Here's Cox. 15-footer. Good. Cox, I don't think, could believe how wide open he was there. They just stepped away from him, dared him to shoot it, and he knocked it down. He's having a good time jawing there with DeMonte White. They've been talking all day, and they've had a good battle, too. Here's DeMonte. Cox, I don't know what he did. He stopped playing and started talking to Coach Kidd, and meanwhile, he left DeMonte wide open, but DeMonte missed the shot. As I said, Cox likes to have a good time out there, no doubt about it. Him and Coach Kidd smiling about it now. Always a fun time when we play the Hoop Dragons when Anthony Cox is in town. The shot up and good from Brandon Thompson. And now the Martens guys on the bench having a good time with Cox. Entertaining here in the ABA. Got to come out and see it if you haven't joined us yet for a game this season. 7-point lead for the Hoop Dragons. 6:45 to go in the third. Malone has been quiet. He's trying to get going here. 3-pointer, no good. And the rebound comes down for Thompson. Here comes Shaw. The pass to Cox. Tough catch. Great finish by the big guy. That's a hard play for a big guy on the run. Cox showing his athleticism there, and it's a 9-point lead, tying the biggest lead of the ball game for the Hoop Dragons. And Christopher Kidd wants to talk. 6:19 to go in the third quarter. The Hoop Dragons 56, the Martens 47. This is ABA basketball on the Bennington Martens Facebook page and the ABA network. Welcome back to Bennington, Vermont. ABA basketball on your Saturday afternoon. And the Hoop Dragons have a 56-47 lead here on the Martens with 6:19 to go in the third quarter. Third quarter has been disastrous for the Martens the last couple of games. Hoping to stay close here and then have a good fourth quarter. Here's Malone. No good. And it's going to be a foul as Cox was fouled after the rebound. Last week, the Martens on the road were in the game on Saturday at the half and then got overwhelmed in the second half, especially the third quarter was the start of it. And then same thing at home here last week against the Elite. Cox wanted to go inside with the pass. DeMonte White got the hand on it. 5 seconds left on the shot clock. Here's Thompson. No good. Oh, and that's just a killer for the Martens when they force a bad shot at the shot clock and then get the offensive rebound and then score. That's just devastating when that happens. And it's the biggest lead of the game at 58-47. Here's Malone. High post for DeMonte White. Riles thought about the three. Puts it on the floor. And an offensive foul on Riles. Things starting to unravel here for the Martens a bit. Again in the third quarter. And as we were talking with Sean Pratt before the game, consistency has been an issue. And I don't even mean from game to game, week to week. I mean from quarter to quarter, half to half. Anthony Mitchell is checked in along with Zaire Beverly for the Martens. Here's Cox. Short jumper. In and out. The rebound by Shai. The kick out to Thompson. Shai kicks it out. Thompson, baseline three, and he got it. 61-47. The Hoop Dragons extend what was their biggest lead of the game. Mitchell to the bucket, no good. And here comes New York. Shaw down the lane, had it stripped away. Here comes Juwan Malone. Malone had it poked away, goes to the floor. DeMonte White gets it back. Tobias Holmes three, no good. And the rebound by Brown. 4 minutes to go here in the third. Danger time for the Martens, and now Pace Shaw with a three from the baseline, and it's a 17-point ball game. This third quarter issue is starting to become a major issue for the Martens, and now Shaw thought he had that one stripped away clean from Beverly, but a whistle and a foul. Back on the floor is going to be Wade. And we're going to have the under 4 minute media timeout right here. 3:46 to go in the third. The Hoop Dragons 64, the Martens 47. This is Bennington Martens basketball on Facebook Live and the AABA Network. Welcome back to Bennington. 3:46 to go in the third quarter. A 64-47 lead for the New York Hoop Dragons. Martens trying to snap a losing streak here, but right now in trouble. Now a turnover. Here comes Brown in a hurry, and he's fouled on the way in. He'll go to the line and shoot a pair for New York. Cliff Brown at the line, the point guard. I'll tell you what, if the Globetrotters ever need anybody, they should give a call to Anthony Cox, because I'd pay to go see him with the Globetrotters. I really would. He's an entertaining guy. He's like could be like the new Meadowlark Lemon. 19-point lead after the free throws by Brown. Been a long time since the Martens have scored. Now DeMonte White's left-handed layup, no good. Here's Shaw. Shaw looking for an opening, pulls up, short jumper, good. And it's a 21-point ball game all of a sudden. This had been close throughout. Unfortunately, as Tobias Holmes hits the jumper, unfortunately, as I was starting to say, this has been a common thread here for the Martens. A late second quarter collapse, and then not answering the bell in the third is right there. Wade made that look easy. And it's 70-49. Now foul in the backcourt here. Looks like it's going to go against Cliff Brown. And Tyrone Jenkins is going to check in for the first time. And Elijah Morissette, number 24. So Jenkins and Morissette both making their first appearance. Here's Anthony Mitchell, guarded by Brown. For Jenkins. High post, DeMonte White, jumper. No good. And the Martens are just ice cold. 2:20 to go in the quarter. Here's Shaw. Three, and he got it. Pace Shaw with a deep three, and it's 73-49. Jenkins at the other end. The answer from Tyrone Jenkins. Still a lot of work to do, down 21 here, the Martens. Wilson on the way for three, and he got it. Norman Wilson, back-to-back threes for Wilson and Shaw, and it's 76-52. Mitchell with the 15-footer for the Martens. Here's Cliff Brown. Gets a high screen. Finds Wade. Wade back out for Brown. 8 on the shot clock. Cox, no good. The rebound pulled down by Anthony Mitchell. Here comes Mitchell. Morissette lost his footing and lost the ball out of bounds. And Christopher Kidd disagreeing. He's several feet out on the floor, not liking that call one bit. Final minute to play here in the third quarter. A 22-point lead after leading by 9 at the half. The Hoop Dragons have blown this one open after a very, very tight first two quarters for the most part. Here's Wilson, drops it off, and Wade with the bucket. Heath Mason getting ready to check in. Here's DeMonte White. No good. Way ahead of the field is Wilson after leaking out. And he gets the easy layup, and it's 80-54. Mitchell had it deflected away out of bounds. Hoop Dragons will hit the road, or actually the Martens will hit the road. Hoop Dragons, of course, on the road. Martens will hit the road tomorrow to play the Mass Seawolves in New Bedford, Massachusetts. Riles, the Martens just can't get anything to go right now. Here's Vance. No good. Rebound pulled down by Riles. Final seconds, third quarter. Riles, desperation heave. And off the mark, and that's going to do it for the third quarter here in Bennington. A strong finish to the second quarter and a solid third for the New York Hoop Dragons. And they have blown this one open 80-54. This is Bennington Martens basketball on the Martens Facebook page and the ABA Network. Welcome back to the Mount Anthony Union Middle School Gymnasium in Bennington, Vermont. ABA basketball. Keith Harrington, the voice of the Bennington Martens, and the Martens were in a tight one for most of the first half, and then a late spurt at the end of the second quarter, reminiscent of what we saw last week at Herkimer and in the home game against 413 Elite, and then couldn't answer the bell in the third. And that is a disturbing trend that Coach Christopher Kidd is going to have to deal with and try to figure out. And Sean Pratt said on the pregame show that, that's an issue. They've got the talent seemingly to play with these top teams, but they can't sustain it for 4 quarters. Of course, the injury bug has also played a major factor. It's Riles, Morissette, Mitchell, Mason, and Jenkins on the floor to start the third for the Martens. Destime is back in, along with Wade, Fullerton, Wilson, and Vance for the Hoop Dragons. Here's Tyrone Jenkins, finds Riles. Mason off the bounce pass from Riles, tried to get it to Morissette, stolen away, but Mitchell gets it right back. 3D light on, big opportunity here for the Martens. Riles gets the bucket, it'll be worth 3 with the 3D light on, and it's 80-57. That's the way the Martens are going to have to work themselves back into the game. Create turnovers, get the 3D light on, and try to gain points in a hurry. Here's Vance, no good. Battle for the rebound. Jenkins has it. The outlet for Riles. Riles with a head of steam, and he's going to be fouled. One thing about it, even in a 23-point game with 10:47 to go, with the 3D light, a game is never over in the American Basketball Association. You can make up points in a hurry if you get defensive stops. Riles gets the first one. And with the 3D light, a 3-pointer's worth 4, a 2-pointer's worth 3. So you can make up ground in a hurry. Riles can't get the second one. The rebound pulled down by Fullerton. 80-58, 10.5 to play here. Here's Wilson. Had it stripped. Here comes Riles. And he tried to go to Jenkins, but it was stolen back by Vance. Vance to the bucket, no good. Looked like he might have gotten fouled. And now the Martins throw it away. 3D light goes on. So a big opportunity here for the Hoop Dragons. Here's Steven Vance. Vance finds Wade, had it stripped. Can't take advantage of the 3D light. Mitchell lost the handle, got it back, reverse layup, good. And timeout's going to be called by the Hoop Dragons. The Martins on a bit of a run, trying to climb back in this one with 10 minutes to play. It is New York 80, Bennington 60. This is Bennington Martins basketball on Facebook Live and the ABA Network. Welcome back to Bennington. 10 minutes to go exactly. And an 80-60 ball game in favor of the Hoop Dragons. Don't forget the Martins will be back at home next Sunday afternoon when the Mass Seawolves come to town to take on your Bennington Martins. Tip-off time for that game is at 3 p.m. Usual start time for the Martins games. That's next Sunday right back here at home. The Massachusetts Seawolves in town to take on the Bennington Martins. Comes in for Wade. And now Destime. And he wanted to get it to Vance in the corner, but it went right through his hands. It'll be Martins basketball. So an opportunity for the Martins to inch a little bit closer here. Here's Anthony Mitchell down the lane. Left-hander is up and good. Well, before you get it under 10, you got to get it under 20. They've done that. Here's Fullerton now out for Destime. Destime, the nice pass for Wade. Couldn't get it to go, and it's going to be Martins basketball. Tyler McLeod's going to check back in for the Martins, replacing Elijah Morissette. So it's McLeod and Mitchell, along with Tyrone Jenkins, John Riles, and DeMonte White is checked back in. Here's McLeod. McLeod down the lane, the scoop shot, no good, but a whistle and a foul. So McLeod will try to cut into this 18-point ball game. And the first one no good. The Martens can ill afford to miss foul shots, folks. They need to knock down shots here, down 18 with 9 minutes to go. And they missed them both. Rebound pulled down by Fullerton. Missed opportunity to slice into this deficit for the Martens. Here's Shaw on the baseline for Wilson. Looked inside for Fullerton. Here's Shaw. Step back three, baseline, no good. Nice box out there by Jenkins. Here comes McLeod. No good. Riles. The rebound. McLeod again. And he got it to go. And it's down to 16. Still plenty of time left in the game. And as I said, with the 3D light, a lot of time left when you can pick up those extra points. Whistling a foul, though, here on the Martens. Pace Shaw will trigger it in for Destime. Tyrone Jenkins provides the defense. Here's Wilson. Wanted to go to Fullerton, but lost it out of bounds. Another opportunity for the Martens. Martins continuing to battle before this one's done. Three-pointer baseline, Riles, no good. Despite the fact that they've had a big roster turnover due to injuries, the Martins fight on here. Shaw left wide open. You can't give him that much room. He's a knockdown three-point shooter with that kind of space. And it's back up to 19. Here's Riles. Up and good. Tough shot by John Riles. He's been a little quiet today, but gets a nice bucket there. And we're going to have a timeout. It's a 30-second timeout called by the Hoop Dragons. With 7:44 to go. We'll keep it right here. Martins go on the road tomorrow to take on the Mass Seawolves over in New Bedford, Massachusetts, and then they'll return home next Sunday for a rematch with those same Massachusetts Seawolves. Come on out and catch Martins basketball right here at Mount Anthony Union Middle School Gym. 3 p.m. tip-off next Sunday, December 18th. The Mass Seawolves in here to take on your Bennington Martins, and then the Martins go on the holiday break and then return in the new year. They'll tip off 2023 on the road against the Catskill Cardinals on January the 7th. And then we'll be back here on January 8th to take on the Herkimer Generals, the Herkimer Originals, I should say, the OGs. And then a long road trip. So if you want to catch the Martins, come out and catch them next Sunday here against the Mass Seawolves, or kick off the new year with the Martins against the Herkimer Originals on January 8th, because then they go on the road until February 11th. A long road trip in January for the Martins. 83-66, 7.5 minutes to play. Here's Wilson, finds Shaw, gets a high screen from Fullerton. Wilson for three, no good. They need stops and they need buckets. Pretty simple formula. Not so simple to get. Here's McLeod, lost the handle. And Shy with the layup at the other end. That one almost took the air out of the gym here. Jenkins off the nice alley-oop from McLeod. Back to 17. But again, you can ill afford turnovers if you're the Martins, and you need stops and you need buckets. There's a turnover for the Hoop Dragons. Juwan Malone coming back in, replacing Anthony Mitchell. So it's Jenkins, Riles, McLeod, who has the basketball, out there with DeMonte White and Juwan Malone. Malone lost the handle on the way up. Ball still loose. Run down here by Ramon Shy. Shy finds Shaw. He lost the handle, but able to get it back. Malone provides the defense, gets a high screen, does Shaw. Can't get the 15-footer to go, and it's out of bounds. Last touch by Fullerton. Here's Tyler McLeod, defended by Cliff Brown. DeMonte White, low post. Kicks it out. Baseline jumper on the way. Good. Tyrone Jenkins with a big three. And it's a 14-point game. Martens trying to climb back in this one. And it's going to be a backcourt violation. 7-second violation on the Hoop Dragons. And the 3D light is on. The Martens with a chance to pick up possibly 4 points here. And as I said, with that 3D light on, you can make up a deficit in a hurry. Here's McLeod. Off-balance shot, blocked out of bounds. Should be Martens' ball. Oh, I can't believe that's going to be the Hoop Dragons. I think the officials are going to change it. Yeah, it definitely was deflected. Good piece of officiating there, coming in and talking about it, getting the call right. The shot clock should not be at 24, as is being pointed out by the Hoop Dragons bench. So the officials will go to the scores table and get it straightened out. It should not have been a reset. And I don't think it should have gone back to 14 either. It should go back to wherever it was on the shot that was deflected out of bounds. Question is, does either official remember where it was when it went out of bounds? That's going to be the trick. Should not be at 14, but that's where they're going to leave it apparently. It should be wherever the shot clock was when the ball went out. And I don't believe it was 14. Nonetheless, that's where it's going to be. And the Martens will put it in play on the baseline. And all that discussion is a moot point because it's a turnover. Here's Cox, who's checked back in. Kicks it out to the baseline. Good ball movement here by the Hoop Dragons. And up off the glass and good. The shot by Cliff Brown. And that's a big moment in this game. The Martens had a chance to possibly get it down to 10. Jenkins' shot no good. With the 3D light on, down by 14, they could have got it to 10. And now it's back to 16 after that turnover. Big moment in this game. And in the Martens rally. That should have been a travel. But it looks like they're going to call a foul. I thought he traveled before the foul. I think a lot of other people think it was a travel too. Jenkins would check out. McLeod would check out. Tyjon Gilmore back in. And the microwave, Terrence Squire. And they could sure benefit from him coming in and heating up right now, as Shaw misses the first one. Terrence Squire, a deadly three-point shooter when he gets rolling. Another costly play as Shaw missed both foul shots and Shy ran down the rebound. Here is Shaw, no good. Thompson tried to keep it alive. It's going to be Martens basketball. $16-point game, 4:45 to go. Here's Riles guarded by Brown. Squire, three, no good. Javonte White with the rebound, had it stripped, and ahead of the field is going to be Shaw, and he slams it down. That might be the dagger here with 4.5 to play. We'll see how the Martens respond. Still plenty of time left, but squandered opportunities here for the Martens. Javonte White gets the roll. Shaw again. Pace Shaw. Tough shot. Tough move. Goes back to the left hand. It's 91-73. Squire to the bucket. Up and no good. Run down by Gilmore and stripped out of bounds by the Hoop Dragons. We should have a media timeout coming up, I believe. Yes, we do. 3:50 to go here in Bennington. The Hoop Dragons 91, the Martens 73. This is Bennington Martens basketball on the Bennington Martens Facebook page and the ABA network. Back in Bennington, 91-73, Hoop Dragons. 3:50 to go. Still a lot of clock left up there, but the Martens just had it down to 14 and had the ball with the 3D light on, couldn't score, and that could end up being crucial here. Here's Shaw. He's been on a roll. The tip up by Cox is good. Riles, no good. Finds Squire. Wild pass. Tobias wanted to go to Riles and off his fingertips. And Cox jawing with some of the fans, as he often does. Like I said, if he ever gets tired of playing for the Hoop Dragons, he'd be a perfect candidate for the Globetrotters. Nice move. Thompson down the lane, the left hand. The Martens defense not paying attention there. And it's a 22-point ball game. Now a turnover. Shaw! Two-hand jam. And this one is going to be in the books. 97-73. The Hoop Dragons with a huge second half blow open what was a close game in the first half. Here's Squire off the mark. Substitutions coming in for both teams. Fullerton back on for the Hoop Dragons. Also Destime and Wade. And Tyrone Jenkins re-entering for the Martens with 2:38 to play. Pace Shaw. Rebound pulled down by Jenkins. Here's Tyrone Jenkins. Down the lane, had it stripped. Or is it going to be a foul on Fullerton? It is going to be a foul on Fullerton, much to his dismay. Jenkins' first shot, good. Jenkins has played some good minutes and played pretty well here for the Martens. I think the best I've seen him play since joining the team. Hit a couple of threes. Got to be, if not in double digits, close to it. 22-point lead for the Hoop Dragons. Here's Wade coming up on 2 minutes to go, just playing out the string here in Bennington. Here's Fullerton. Jenkins, as Fullerton lost the handle on it. Jenkins stops, pops, three, good. Tyrone Jenkins continuing to make an impact here for the Martens in this second half. He's been one of the bright spots in what has not been a very bright second half. And nice move there down the lane and getting the bucket is Norman Wilson. Tobias Holmes for three, no good. Wilson the rebound. Here's Shaw. Nice pass. Wade the reverse layup, good. It's 101-77, Hoop Dragons. Tobias thought about it just over half court. 13-footer, went to the left hand, good. Here's Shaw. The clock, the friend of New York now, is they're in no hurry. Shaw trying to work on Gilmore. Stutter step, got fouled. He's going to go to the line. .2 seconds to play. 101-80. Hoop Dragons, as I said, have pulled away with a big second half. Shaw makes the first free throw. And in and out on the second one. It's going to be Martens basketball, but Shaw has had a great game today for the Hoop Dragons. Couple of big dunks and just a good, solid overall game. Here's Tobias Holmes for three. Got it. Tobias knocks down the three ball. It's 102-83. Jenkins tried to get the steal. Could not. Destime to Wade, to Fullerton, up and good. Nice ball movement, nice crisp, sharp passing there by the Hoop Dragons with 30 seconds to play. Holmes for three, no good. The rebound for Fullerton. And the shot clock and the game clock just about right on par. Although Norman Wilson doesn't seem concerned about that. He's going to knock down a three. And now the shot clock off. And the Martens won't shoot it. They're just going to let the clock wind down. And that is going to be our final score. So the New York Hoop Dragons make the trip from Long Island on a Saturday afternoon worth their while as they come away with a 107-83 win over the Bennington Martens here at the Mount Anthony Union Middle School in Bennington, Vermont. Don't forget, folks, Martens go on the road to Massachusetts to take on the Seawolves tomorrow, and then are on the road at Herkimer next Saturday. But they will be right back here at home. Actually, correction, they're on the road to the New Jersey Knights next Saturday for a 7 p.m. start. And then back here next Sunday afternoon. Come out and watch the Bennington Martens next Sunday as they take on the Mass Seawolves. It's a 3 p.m. tip-off here in Bennington. That's going to wrap it up. Thanks for joining us, everybody. The Hoop Dragons come in and get the win. I'm Keith Harrington saying so long from Bennington. This has been Bennington Martens basketball.